Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. Aga Swiecki here. And today we're going to pivot a little bit and talk about effective communication and creating meaningful conversations or quality conversations. So the three things that we want to focus on today, and there's, of course, a whole bank of effective communication skills, but these are really fun. So they're going to be labeling, mirroring, and calibrated questions. So we're all in this really strange world of virtual reality, backgrounds, and seeing people on Zoom, even if it's our family. And we all miss human connection. We all miss hugs. We all miss shaking hands with our clients. So what we say and how we say it is even more important than before. Communication has always been important. Now we kind of have to take it to the next level, because think about it. We talked about how 55% of your communication is your body language, your physical expression. You can't even bring that to the person. Right now, there's just a screen. So how I show up for you, to speak to you, and how I make you feel is even more important. That's why we want to talk about these three things. So let's jump in. The first one is labeling. Labeling technique, which, by the way, all these three things, their purpose is to, number one, bring both parties to being present and engaged on a deeper level. It's not just for the other person, the person that's speaking. It's not just for the person that's receiving. It's for both parties. Because guess what? They make you more focused on the person. They make you actively listening, and they make you more engaged and interested. So labeling. Labeling simply is, it seems like, it sounds like, it feels like. So if someone comes to us and they tell us about their day, and let's say it was a tough day, they had a really tough meeting, and they're super tired, you can simply reflect to them, because it is a technique that allows you to reflect of what you're hearing and receiving from the other person is, it sounds like you had a hell of a day. And then leave pause. That allows the other person to engage even more, because suddenly they're invited to give you more details about what happened. Therefore, you can get more engaged as well. So the second technique is mirroring. Mirroring is when I repeat the last 2 or 3 words of what the person is sharing with me. So let's say, again, in this example, I had a really tough meeting. It's been a hell of a day. All you have to say is, hell of a day, huh? And leave it at that, and then invite the person to share some more details. Very powerful technique. It ensures that both you and the other person are engaged, both you and the other person are listening, and they're focused on each other. And then finally, the calibrated questions. So calibrated questions are open-ended questions that start with how and what. So for example, what is the biggest challenge for you at the moment? What is the biggest challenge that you're facing? How would you approach this differently? What about this situation, this product, this process, this team is important to you? It's a great question to ask to your client in a meeting. And then allow them to share. And think about it. In contrast, if you ask a question, are you happy with this product? Are you happy with this team? You're going to get a yes or no answer, which means, number one, you have to ask more questions. Number two, the person might not open as much about the details and share as much. This builds rapport. This builds trust. This makes the person comfortable. And this also makes the person that's speaking to you feel like you care. You see them, you hear them, and you actually care. You're engaged. So again, labeling, it seems like, it sounds like, it feels like. Mirroring, I repeat the last 2 or 3 sentences, the last 2 or 3 words of what the person was sharing. And then lastly, the calibrated question, what is the most impactful thing for you in this process, in this workshop? What was your favorite thing about the workshop? What is important to you in this process, right? And allow the person to elaborate. Very, very powerful techniques. And remember, it's all about how they feel. So I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.